abroad secrets, and in this particular video I'll be sharing with you how international students are able, first, international students, I mean anyone who goes abroad to study, right? How international students are able to secure permanent residency and citizenship in Canada particularly. Okay? In Canada particularly. I'll be sharing this with you, and I'll be talking about how an international student can secure permanent residency and citizenship after their study, and also before their study. So I'll give you these two routes, okay? Now, before I go on to show you what I have for you today, I want to talk about a disclaimer. I'm not an immigration lawyer, okay? I'm not an immigration lawyer, but every single thing I'm going to be talking to you about today can be verified at the Canadian government website, okay? Or you can also book an appointment with an immigration lawyer, a Canadian immigration lawyer, pay their consultation fee for maybe 1 hour to still hear the same thing I want to talk to you about today. So be aware of this disclaimer, alright? But everything I'm going to be talking to you today about is going to be from what happened to me personally and from the experiences of other students that I met in Canada. Okay? So before I went to Canada to study, I must say that I didn't know about this. Like, when I went to Canada to study, my intention was go study, return back to my home country, and move on with my life. That's the truth. That was my intention. But when I went to Canada, I discovered these things. Okay, so let me start by study abroad means you go to a country to study. So in terms of Canada, it means you go to Canada to study, right? And I have a lot of students that have assisted with getting admission and scholarship, because that's what my company does, Vantage Migration. That's what we do. We assist students that want to go abroad to study on how to secure admission and scholarship. But oftentimes, I've had these questions from either clients or prospective clients saying, oh, they have heard that if one goes to Canada to study, same with many other high-income countries. Anyways, they say, in particular today, we're talking about Canada, they said, so ask me, I've heard that if somebody goes to Canada to study, they can actually get permanent residency and citizenship, and I say yes. This is why I'm making this video for you today. So first, when you are studying, let's go with after your study, how you can do it after your study. When you study in Canada, Canada usually provide you with post-graduation work permit, which means a work permit given to you after you graduate, right? And the aim is that so that you're going to work in Canada, gain experience. Usually, depending on the province where you did your studies, when you work for 6 months to 1 year, right, you qualify to apply for permanent residency under what is called the Canadian Experience Class. You can Google this, called Canadian Experience Class. You check it on Google, you are going to see it. It's a legal route through which students in Canada or students who studied in Canada can apply and get permanent residency. I always joke that except you're a serial killer, trafficker, drug or human trafficker, or one of those bad things, except you're one of those bad persons, your application is usually approved. Now, depending on how long your study was, right, I'm not going to go into details so that I don't confuse people who are not very good with understanding like very small details. Depending on how long your study is, you are within 2 to 3 years, depending on how long your study is, within 2 to 3 years, after you get your permanent residency, you actually qualify to get Canadian citizenship. Of course, provided you've been inside the country, working, doing school, and working and doing every other thing, right? And you've not committed any crime. I know you've not committed any crime, my dear. You're a good person. So, provided you are going about your normal business like a normal good person, good girl or good boy that you are, 2 to 3 years later, you qualify for citizenship. This is how it works. Legal, there's no headache. Some people say, so who is qualified? Don't work. Like, Google it. Read the details online. You will see that normal people like me and you it, right? Except you have some very peculiar cases, like very, very peculiar cases. It could be anything. You stole while you're in Canada, you probably will be deported, right? Nobody wants to keep a thief. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is the route through which you do it after your study. But some people that come to Canada, let's say you are coming for your PhD, or you are coming for your master's. If you are going for your PhD, meaning you have master's already, or you have any professional degree like medicine, pharmacy, optometry, law, veterinary medicine, chiropractic, I call optometry, like about 6 of them like that. So if you have any of those professional courses, or you have a master's, you actually qualify to apply for what is called the express entry. Okay, express entry for skilled workers. Check it again online. Check it, Google it. So if you have masters or any of those professional programs I mentioned, you qualify to apply for express entry. So what a lot of students do is that when they come to Canada to study and they have any of these the masters or professional programs, they apply for express entry. So they actually get this express entry makes you get permanent residency. So these students are able to get permanent residency before they graduate, not after, before they graduate. I, for one, this was what I did because I'm a dentist. So when I came to Canada to study for my master's, right, that was how I discovered that, being a dentist, I'm able to apply for permanent residency through the express entry route, even before graduation. So I graduated from my master's. I already got permanent residency. I know I've said it one time in my in one of the videos I made, and some people were like, "How are you able to do that?" Okay, now you know the secret. So I just want you to know that this is how students are able to get permanent residency and citizenship before or after they complete their study abroad, especially in Canada. And the advantages of coming to Canada to study or coming to Canada through the study route is that while other people come and they're struggling to integrate into the system, when you come through study, now you have Canadian study experience, right? And a lot of companies prefer to hire people that studied in Canada instead of just people who studied elsewhere and just came. You see, I say prefer, it doesn't mean they don't hire others, right? So you see that a lot of what happens is that when you come to Canada via the study abroad route, you actually have a lot of advantages, more than somebody who just came to Canada directly. Okay, so my dear, this is the way for you to be able to secure permanent residency and citizenship via the study abroad route. And I'm saying that everything I've shared with you today was gotten through personal experience and the experiences of international students that I met in Canada. And before I left my country to Canada to study, I never knew that this information existed. I am not an immigration lawyer. I will say it again. I'm not an immigration lawyer. If you need to see an immigration lawyer, please look for them online and book appointments, okay? And everything I've said, cross-check it with what you can find in the the Canadian government website. All right? So this information is provided to you for free. I'm not asking you to pay for it, right? It's provided to you for free, but I found it important to make this video because a lot of people keep asking me that question. How long am I going to shy away from disclosing this secret to you, my dear? So until I see you again, if you're watching me right now, feel free to follow. If you want more information, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme, DrLindaIheme, or on Facebook, Dr. Linda Iheme, the same spelling, or on YouTube, Dr. Linda Iheme TV. Or if you have a particular question you need me to answer for you for free, please send me an email. My email address is drlinda@vantagemigration.ca. That's the name of our company. So DrLinda@vantage, VANTAGE, migration, MIGRATION.ca. And I believe that this information today
has gone a long way to open your eyes to why a lot of people are choosing study abroad instead of normal travel routes like express entry, provision or mini, or other programs that Canada has to be able to welcome people. So my dear, share this video and let other people benefit from it.